Everyone has a message. Everyone share their message with each other. This episode is to help you determine the type of messenger you are and the type of divine messenger you want to become. My name is Karen Young, and you are listening to Divine Intervention from Dark to Light, where my goals is to help you develop a positive mindset and make sure you recognize and use your divine intuition. I always wanted to be a messenger of love and hope, but I learned it's an everyday choice. The decision, the type of messenger you choose to be, it can affect all areas of your life. The message affects your thoughts. Whenever I am feeling down or something like that or negative, my thoughts are scattered. I'm not a good messenger. I have to feel positive and uplifting in order to be a good messenger. And it starts with your thoughts. If I can't focus or anything like that, or I'm feeling down or something like that, it shows up. It shows in my life. It shows early on if it's happening in the morning or something like that. I get a terrible start on the day if my thoughts are kind of scattered or something like that. So it shows up in your circumstances. And if I'm being grateful or feeling good or feeling better, that shows up as well. But when I'm not, my mind isn't on God or on the divine or whatever way you want to say it, Jesus. But it's my mind is not focused, or I haven't meditated or got myself together and my mind is scattered. So the message also affects your behavior and the way you communicate with people. It's all in how you feel in your body. If you haven't prayed before you left to work or whatever, got yourself together, got spiritually inclined with God or feel better about yourself or feeling good or whatever, you're not centered. So you can't, have that good energy where it shows up in your behavior and you can communicate that way. I notice when I carry a negative vibration, I'm down. And I just allow the unwanted circumstance to dictate my inner space. So I have to have my inner space together before I can get my outer space together. Do you know what I mean, guys? If you don't have your inner space together, you can't get your outer space together. So you have to get that first. Early in the morning, first thing, pray, meditate, get that inner space together. That way you can have the right type of energy to be a carrier of God, a carrier of the truth, a carrier of the divine. And if you're not, then you're letting those negative things carry you. That's also you can be a messenger of that as well if it dominates. It dominates your space and vibration. You can also be carrying those negative, and you can be a negative messenger. And we all want to be a messenger of God. Here's what I've learned. I learned that it is a way of being. It's a way of being, meaning that it's your spirit. It's the way you think, and it's your spirit. It's your divine spirit that you have to have into becoming a messenger of God, a divine messenger. And meaning that you put the work in as far as, like I said, pray and get yourself together so you can carry those, whatever you do, the Bible, read the Bible, whatever. Read the Word, read positive inspiration, but you have to be in that space where you're in that vibration, where your vibration is mostly positive. And you can carry that sense of it. People can pick it up when you go outside or when you're on the job. And it transfer, in your speech, in the way you speak, in the way you interact with people. They'll feel it. And you can be a messenger of God. You can pick up people that's a messenger of God. If you want to become one, you have to be grounded in God. You have to be grounded in that space, in that vibration. You don't have to be religious, but you have to be spiritual. You have to be connected with the divine. And that way you can be a carrier of it. People ask you questions, you're not irritated, you're not, snapping or anything like that. You're in the divine. You're feeling good. You're feeling that you're connected. You're connected with the source, which is God. So you're connected with God. You're connected with the source. You're bringing that connection with you when you wake up. And that's what I mean by being a messenger. You're connected to God, and people can feel it. And you feel expansive. You feel loving. You feel supported by God. You know that God and the angels and stuff is around you because you prayed or you meditated or you got in contact with God. You're not just saying it, you're feeling it, but you're being it as well. It's in your body, it's in your soul, it's in your mind, it's in your spirit. So that's when I mean you're a messenger of God. You feel expansive. You are expansive. So I am a messenger of God when I do those things. But when I don't, I can feel very hostile, disappointed. I feel contracted in my body. You know how you feel when you feel contracted? You don't feel good. You feel disappointed in your thoughts and in your body. You can tell the effects of it is in your body. The negative energy affects your communication with people. You feel confused and you feel doubt and you feel frustrated and angry, self-conscious. And so we want to be a carrier of God. And that means in your mind, thoughts, and everything you're trying to portray or you're portraying yourself as. Because it's showing up in your conversations, it's showing up at your job and in your business. So it affects everything and every aspect and every encounter you have, it shows up. It can be at the grocery store or anywhere. You can see kids, so kids can pick it up. So you want to be a messenger, a carrier of God, energy. You want to have that good energy. So how do you determine the type of messenger you are? How do you determine, since everything is so mixed up these days, or we all so busy, stressed out, or whatever, how do you determine that? You have to pay attention to the way you speak to people. Pay attention to your words. Your words is very important. Pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to what you're saying and how you're saying it. Listen to your thoughts. You know, we have to examine ourselves. Nobody else can examine this for you. Nobody else can do this. Who's going to sit and examine your thoughts for you? I mean, you have some psychiatrists, but I'm just saying on a day-to-day level, who's going to sit and do that? So only you can do that. And if you're conscious of what's going on with you, you can become that source, that vessel that God can use. And then you can go out in the world and be a messenger for God. And the note your behavior, kind of write down your behaviors. How am I acting today? I know it sounds silly, but sometimes you can say, what's going on with me? Why am I twisted up or whatever? Why are these thoughts going through my head like this? So you just kind of got to examine yourself and sometimes talk to other people, get a sense of how have I been acting, if you're feeling, well, you seem like you've been stressed lately. Your family or friends will kind of tell you seem like you're stressed lately or whatever. But just kind of pay attention. Kind of pay attention to how you're feeling and what you're doing in your behaviors. That's one way. I mean, we have different ways of doing it, but pay attention to your feelings is one, and the way you feel and how you speak. Listen to your thoughts and pay attention to how you're thinking and take notes of your behavior. Kind of just see, how am I acting? If you're going to be a messenger of God, you have to know how you're acting and your behavior. How do you become a divine messenger, a messenger of love and hope? This is more tips. Number one, have a strong relationship with God and the universe, whatever way you call it. You have to have a strong relationship. Impeccable with your words, meaning be honest. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Be as honest as possible. Stuff can come up, whatever, but for the most part, people know you know yourself as being honest, and people know you as being honest. They say, well, I can depend on you, Karen. you're honest every time with me. You're paying the person the money back on time. You're just honest with your word. You're honest with your boss. You're honest with your kids. You're honest just about everything you do. We're not perfect, but for the most part, you can be relied upon. That's what I mean, impeccable with your word. Focus on your releasing positive vibrations, meaning that, you're giving love. And if you can just give love to your family or, yourself, or just give love. In the morning, say, I just give love. You just talk to the universe. Lord, just, have me have love in my heart. Let me be more giving, And so you have that sort of vibration going. All that works. All this work that I'm saying. And so you let your life be an example for the divine. If you're a divine person or God person, it should show. Not just on Sundays, it should show. Monday through Saturday, it should show. I mean, there's no special way. You just should be, truthful, and it should show in all your dealings, all your encounters. So. I notice when I'm feeling grateful for everything. When I'm feeling grateful for everything, I'm unstoppable, guys. I mean, if you wake up grateful, for the little things, you may not have all the things going. It's always something that, we got going that hasn't yet manifested. Yes. Something that it didn't manifest the way I thought it. I'm working on, because God have us always working on something. We always need challenges. This is life. But what have the things worked for you in your life so far? You woke up. A lot of us, we got heat, we got water. We don't even realize how blessed we are. We just have no idea. You woke up, you're healthy, you eating breakfast. All that matters. But for the most part, you wake up and you're grateful for everything. You're grateful for everything. Every little thing, you're grateful for it. And this is where it starts, guys. When you're grateful for everything, you can't really be sad about nothing. God is good. And if you are, you love God and stuff like that, He's been good to you. You already know it. So you wake up inspired about life. People, but really, if you're waking up, you really are blessed. So you wake up inspired about life. And when I'm grateful, I wake up inspired about life, and I'm curious about what the day is going to bring me. I am. So what's going to happen today? What's going on today? Who I'm going to meet? You look for the gifts in your day. If you don't and you look for a bad day, you're going to have what you look for. Seriously. But if you stay curious, who can I meet? Who can I make contact with? What type of day am I going to have? So you stay curious. And that's another way of being grateful. And I have a positive mindset. I'm always thinking of what's good going to happen today. I have a positive, it's been like that for years, but it didn't happen like that overnight. You have to practice that. You have to practice. You have to find the good in life. So you have to have a positive mindset. And I now can allow the divine to flow through me if I'm doing all these things. I'm curious about life. I'm inspired about life. I got all this, positive mindset. God can flow through me. The spirit or energy can flow through me, and I feel great. I can feel it, because it's not clogged up. I'm not feeling contracted. I'm not negative. So I can let God flow through me. And I'm becoming that divine messenger I'm choosing to be, because I'm in that mindset. I'm in that spirit set. And I can let God just flow through me. And so that makes it easier. You have been listening to Divine Intervention from Dark to Light. My goal is to help you develop a positive mindset and make sure you recognize and use your divine intuition. Each day we choose what type of messenger we're going to be. Are you going to be a messenger of hope, and love, or are you going to be a messenger of anger and unhappiness? So I hope you choose to be a messenger of love and a messenger of the divine. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe. I am Karen Young, your host. And remember, never to ignore your divine intuition.